You don't post anything that's original. You don't post anything that's inspiring. You don't post anything that we can even comment on because it's just so boring. This type of stuff should have probably been left in 2016 because it's not productive. This type of like shilling sellout behavior is really what has led to the dissolution of the beauty space. Girl, you're still linking. We don't even want to see links. You don't get it. Okay, I'm sorry, you don't get it. I'm linking stuff on a daily basis. Yeah, stop linking. We don't want links anymore. We want content. People are telling you what they want. You just don't hear them. You don't want to hear them. Look, fool me once. Okay. Fool me twice, not gonna happen. I'm not falling for this Jaclyn Hill thing again. I was there for Lipstick Gate. I was there for the Morphe palette. I was there for the vaults. I've been there. I am not falling for it again. Recently, I was on record saying that I am done with influencers, and it appears that I'm not the only one. Yeah, it actually feels like everybody these days is experiencing influencer fatigue, okay? The era of the influencer is coming to a close, and it's actually happening quite fast. One OG makeup influencer who sparked a lot of discussion and debate this week was Jaclyn Hill. Okay, the OG makeup YouTuber who then transitioned over to TikTok, has gone over to Instagram. She's been around for a long time. She is the reason why Morphe, the makeup brand, was basically put on the map. She had a best-selling eyeshadow palette. She had a best-selling highlighter collaboration with Becca and Champagne Pop. Okay, she had a failed lipstick launch that was very notorious that I'm sure most of you guys already know about. She's very prolific in the makeup space. And recently she took to TikTok to, well, complain that she's not getting enough views and engagement. She wants to know, where did her audience go? Because people are just not interacting anymore. Let's just say people let her have it because it was extremely out of touch, tone deaf. I've seen a lot of debate about this, mostly good takes, some awful takes, okay? But I think it's actually quite simple. It really boils down to people don't want to be sold to anymore at all. At this point, people have lost all trust in influencers, and seeing one more advertisement, paid post, luxury sponsored shopping spree, yeah, no more. They don't want to see it. We're scrolling. We're skipping the ad. We're scrolling through. It's not worth it. We know that you were just talking about this because you were paid to promote it. Yeah, people are done. Influencers are realizing in real time that the gravy train has reached the end of the tracks. So why don't we watch this Jaclyn Hill video that sparked all of this controversy?
I want to talk about something that I feel like maybe is a little controversial, maybe not, but I feel like no one really talks about it on social media. At least I don't see this conversation being had.
If people aren't having this conversation, it's probably because it shouldn't be had, but let's watch.
But I think about this every day, and this is coming from like an old school beauty content creator. I started on YouTube 14 years ago. Like, that is insane. I have been here for every single era, consistently uploading, downloading every new platform, like watch the birth of TikTok. I've been here for all of it. And I feel like we're in such a weird place on social media as content creators where I am like fighting. I feel like I am like trying to run through mud to connect with my followers.
Look, I'm just going to say this from a viewer's perspective. It's never a good idea to break the fourth wall and come to your audience and basically make it their problem that something's going wrong with your job. Let's just be very clear. It's your job to connect with your audience. If you seem unrelatable, if you seem out of touch, that's your problem. You should never make it the viewer's problem when it's a problem that only you can solve. Okay? Just saying.
I feel like there are so many bots, and I feel like these apps are now controlling who views my videos, and I feel like I get punished and penalized for not showing up and creating all the time. In the sense of, I took off, like I didn't post a TikTok I think for like a week and a half, 2 weeks maybe. Like, sorry, life happens. I've been doing this for 14 years. Maybe I'm a little burnt out, God forbid.
Again, just a viewer perspective, I don't think people want to hear that you're burnt out, especially when you do most of your videos from a home that people could never even dream of affording. You literally have more than anybody else could possibly ever imagine. People don't want to hear about how hard your job is. I'm just saying it. People don't want to hear it. So complaining about it, never a good look. And you know, when you're complaining about not connecting and then you act out of touch and you say things that are just generally unlikable, they're actually annoying to hear, it's really not hard to connect the dots.
But then I come back to TikTok and it's like I'm put in like this TikTok jail where my views are complete
By the way, it's pretty obvious all social media, they reward consistency. So yeah, if you're taking an extended period of time off, people are not going to watch your stuff. Okay, especially if it's not good content, especially if like all you do is just sponsored stuff, which she does mostly. You know, complaining about this is just like, this is a tale as old as time. Okay, certain as the sun rising in the east.
No one is seeing, like, it's one thing if my engagement is, meaning like maybe my views are high, but my comments are low and the likes are low. It's like, okay, so my audience wasn't feeling the vibes of this video. That's fine. But I'm talking like when you have 1 million followers, but your videos are only getting 30,000 views, this is just not the way it used to be. Like when I started, it was so organic. Like you subscribed to the people that you liked, you opened up those apps, or you got a notification on your phone saying so-and-so just posted a video, you go, you engage with it. And like, it was that simple.
You know why it was so easy before? Because you were one of like the first people on YouTube. Now there's like 1 million people doing social media. I mean, a lot of stuff is just simple stuff, but like to get on here and complain to your audience that they're not interacting with your stuff enough, it's super weird.
Now it's like, I put videos out there and sometimes I just feel like I'm talking to myself. I'm like, where is my audience? And it's just, I feel like my audience is really on Instagram stories. Like my girls are there for me on Instagram stories. Like I really know who I'm talking to over there, but I miss the days of knowing who I'm posting my content for.
This is a you problem, okay? Not an us problem, not a viewer problem. This is not for us to solve. This is for you and you alone to solve and to figure out and to mill it over. Oh my God, it's so out of touch. But here's the thing, okay? This is just the truth. You cannot have a community when most of your content is sponsored stuff. You can't. When all of your content feels like it's shopping content, all of your content, you come away from it and you feel like, wow, she just tried to get me to buy something. No one's going to engage with that because there's nothing really to engage with other than just buying what you're selling. And at some point, people are done buying what you're selling, especially in the case of someone like Jaclyn Hill. She has had so many failed launches, failed businesses. It's not like a slight on her, it's just the reality of the situation. Okay, people have lost trust. And a lot of reasons why they have lost trust in influencers is actually because of Jaclyn Hill herself. Her lore is actually very important to why we're here right now talking about this. Why people are fed up with influencers is because people like Jaclyn Hill made a killing, made entire careers, made millions and millions of dollars, made huge, inordinate sums of wealth by basically selling things nonstop. She changed Morphe Cosmetics. She put them on the map. She put Becca Cosmetics on the map. Anything that she used to recommend, it would sell out. She would sell millions of palettes. She would sell. She would do sponsored videos and sponsored videos and sponsored videos. And she made all of her money doing that. And then guess what? Other influencers decided, hey, this looks pretty good. I'm going to do the same thing. And after a while, we've seen so many sponsored videos. It's actually not even humanly possible to try this many products and give an actual genuine good review on it because you couldn't have even used it in that amount of time. People are doing 5 different skincare sponsors in 1 month. Okay, Michaela Naguera, this is what we're seeing. Okay, influencers who are just doing sponsored post after sponsored post. They're selling. That's all their content. It's turned into basically the TikTok QVC channel. That's what social media is now. It's just haul videos. It turns out a lot of those people, Jaclyn Hill included, that were doing these like sponsored product reviews and these sponsored paid for posts, like the things they were selling turned out to not be very good. People have lost trust, and a lot of the reason is actually because Jaclyn Hill herself created like this landscape that we're in. And that's just my opinion. Maybe I'm giving her more credit than she deserves, but that's just how I see it. So it's very rich now that she's getting on here complaining about views, complaining about no audience, no community, when it's like there's no community to be a part of. You don't post anything that's original. You don't post anything that's inspiring. You don't post anything that we can even comment on because it's just so boring. Like, I'm sorry, it's just intrinsically very boring to watch this type of stuff.
And I'm just like, how do like these new creators grow at this point? Like,
I'm sorry, it comes across as very artificial to me. Like, you really care about little creators growing? Or do you care about yourself growing when you're finding it harder for you to grow? And then you realize, wow, it must be really extra hard for people that didn't get in early.
Do the new creators out there, do you guys feel like you're connecting with an audience, or do you just feel like you're kind of throwing your videos out into cyberspace and like hoping that it's going to stick? Like, I don't know. And like my comments, like I'll post a video and within 10 seconds, I'll get like 15 comments and they're all slightly the same. And I'm like, okay, so like these are like bot comments, like these aren't really my followers. Like, I don't care about that. I'm at the point in my life and in my career where like I only want to post for my girls. Like, the ones that I've built this relationship and this trust with.
What trust? I'm sorry, what trust? How are you building that by doing sponsored product review after sponsored product review? How are you building an audience that way? If all of this stuff was true, right, and you had built this like huge tight-knit community, then they would be showing up on your TikToks.
TikTok isn't even showing my stuff to those people. So I'm like, I don't know. It's like these apps control who sees our stuff, and like the audience that we worked hard.
Breaking news, TikTok controls who sees your content.
To build isn't even ours. It's owned by these apps, and we just have to like hope and pray that after posting our content, these apps are going to choose to show our content to our audience who chose to follow us in the first place.
Look, I'm just going to say this again, okay? You can't have a community when there's nothing real or authentic to grab onto. When it's just all sponsored posts full of selling, shilling, nonstop, buy, there's just nothing to even say beyond that. It's just boring. It's not interesting. It's not thought-provoking. It's not inspiring.
I'm just so confused, and I don't see a lot of people having this conversation. This will probably put me in TikTok jail for like the next 6 months. So if you see me, hi, I love you and I miss you, and that's it.
She still doesn't get it. Even look at how she's framed this. Like, she's standing in front of this expensive designer tree. Okay, most likely a Balsam Hill. You know, she's got the Park sweatshirt on, which, you know, everybody on this channel knows already that Park is just corny. Corny. It's corny. It's an influencer brand. They're $125 mock neck sweatshirt, and that's what the neckline looks like. It's wavy. Okay, it looks like a dog chewed it up. That's just what it looks like, and that's $125. It's out of touch. You can't be out of touch and then ask, where'd my audience go? Girl, they went to greener pastures. They got the hell out of Dodge. They don't want to be here anymore because you gave them nothing. And guys, just a reminder, Jaclyn Hill is just an example, okay? This is not just Jaclyn Hill. This is all influencers, right? Like, this is a lot of people. So here's some comments. Personally, I feel like you guys live in a dystopia. I am wondering how I'm going to financially recover from trying to give my kids a Christmas. Meanwhile, you guys are moving to LA buying handbags that are more than my mortgage. So I scroll past it now. That right there sums up everything. I just scroll past it now. I'm done. I don't even want to engage anymore. I'm done. I just scroll. Okay, and what does that tell the algorithm? It tells them, well, it's not worth my time. So the algorithm's not going to show that anymore. And here was Jaclyn Hill's snarky response. Moving to LA and buying handbags proves that you see what you want, because I also do giveaways all the time. Link extremely affordable items, dupes, etc. on a daily basis. Girl, I was born at night, not last night, okay? Giveaways, please. I've said this once, I'll say it again. I'll say it a million times if I have to. It's like my favorite thing to say, actually. Giveaways are a way for influencers to buy followers and generate goodwill. I'm saying it. I've said it already. I love to say it. You know I do. I've said it a million times. It's trying to get engagement. Hey guys, comment and like my post so you can win a free iPhone. One person out of the million people that will enter, you know. It's the Becca Bloom special. I link extremely affordable items, dupes. Girl, you're still linking. We don't even want to see links. You don't get it. Okay, I'm sorry, you don't get it. I'm linking stuff on a daily basis. Yes, stop linking. We don't want links anymore. We want content. We want stuff to engage with. We want the artistry. We want the tutorials. People are telling you what they want. You just don't hear them. You don't want to hear them. You're intentionally missing the point. I'm an OG follower way back, and whenever your videos come up on my feed, it's always either trying to sell us something or luxury content most of us can't relate to. We're moms, we're millennials, and we're broke. I miss makeup education and learning. Exactly.
Today, I'm going to be going through my fall sweaters, and whatever I don't want, I'm going to give to you guys.
So that's the idea of one of Jaclyn Hill's infamous giveaways that she's, given back to her community. Anything I don't want, I'll give away to you guys. I'm sorry, what? People are seeing right through it. We're tired of watching influencers rub their wealth in our faces. I've been working 40 to 48 hours weekly for 16 years in South Orange County and supported numerous collabs of yours. We are tired and burnt out. Influencers live in a different reality called dystopia. Yeah, a lot of the comments are saying, look, we don't live in the same world anymore. And it's not even an understatement to say it feels like you live on another planet. For 2 seconds, think about the world around you and maybe put two and two together. read your comments even. It's right here. It's not hard. Reading the comments, I would agree. Influencers have become unrelatable in the current economic climate. I'm kind of burnt out on being influenced to buy. I want reviews on books and affordable experiences. People don't want to feel pressured to buy every single second of the day. People are working all day long, and then they get online and they see some out of touch influencer who's just telling them to turn around and spend that hard-earned money on products that are slop. Okay, it's slop content. That's what this is. That's what they're putting out. It's slop. Ads, sponsored content, and TikTok shop ads are ruining my TikTok experience. Oh yeah. TikTok shop's out of control. As a follower, I see all of your stuff. I just don't connect with everything you're putting out there. So sometimes I don't engage. Sometimes I feel like your content is meant for higher class people than me. And sometimes I feel like your content is above my range in general. And then she replies, yeah, I totally respect and understand that, but I'm talking about the actual views. Yeah, whatever you said. I'm talking about the views though. Okay, I'm not talking about what you're talking about. I'm talking about these apps not showing my content to people who follow me. Girl, she said literally read the first sentence one more time. As a follower, I see all your stuff. I don't connect with it. I don't want to watch it. I'm scrolling. I don't check for you. Like, I have not been watching your stuff because of this. Asking what kind of content we want, her longtime subscribers have been begging for years for more old school tutorials. Guys, it's so crazy, especially when like OG people who at one time were popping off are like, what do you guys want to see? I don't get it. Like, what am I going to do? How am I going to, have you tried doing what you did to get to where you are? Good chance that there's a lot of people that want that type of content. Okay. Jaclyn Hill, when she started, she had some of the best tutorials on the internet. It was all about the artistry. It was about tutorials. It was about learning. It was about teaching. How do we put colors together? How do we improve our skills? Now it's just a luxury fashion show, okay? Showcase of all the things that I have and all the things that I own that you don't. And somebody said, yes, I've asked so many times under her videos, she ignores them. Guys, people have been telling her for years what they want to see. She doesn't do it. If you think that this is the first time people are being like, Jaclyn, please go back to doing makeup tutorials. People have been asking for years. Okay, come on. Enough. And then an influencer commented, I'm so sick of being told to be relatable. Are we that insecure we can't let others be big and bright? Okay. This is like a Rachel Hollis moment where she said her infamous line, I don't want to be relatable. It's not good if I'm relatable. So then here we have Jaclyn who is replying and following up to her original Out of Touch video.
Hi, so I posted a TikTok yesterday, and in this TikTok, I was talking about just being a content creator for the last 14 years and how I've watched these apps just change and how I really feel like TikTok specifically like punishes you for not posting. And then like if you don't post a video for a week or two, they put you like in TikTok jails, like what I consider it, and they don't show your content to your audience.
I'll never forget that comment that said, as a follower, here's why I'm not watching your videos. And she goes, you're not getting it. I'm talking about people who follow me, not seeing it. I mean, you just can't make it up.
The comment section has taken such a turn, and I'm listening. I've been laying here in bed for the last 30 minutes reading these comments because when I first posted the video yesterday, the comment section kind of went a different direction. And at first I was like, wait, no, that's not what I'm talking about. Like, I'm not talking about like my content. I'm talking about the app. But now there's like, I think 2,000 comments. And I'm like, okay, my ears are open. I'm listening. I'm reading your comments. You guys are saying that like you're sick of the influencer era. You're sick of the shit. You're sick of the luxury. And so my question to you guys is like, what is it that you want to see? Like,
getting on here and being like, guys, all right, fine. I hear you. I've been reading your comments for 30 whole minutes. I get it. You don't want to see any of the stuff that you say I'm doing. What do you guys want to see? Girl, people have been telling you what they want to see for years. Cut the crap. Okay, enough. And you know what? There's an element of this where it's like, yes, people will always like give you good content feedback. They'll give you recommendations. They'll give you suggestions of like, hey, I want to see this type of thing, whatever. But like a lot of that is also, you got to come up with that. How about you figure it out? People have already told you, clearly you don't want to do that. So why don't you figure it out now?
Started this 14 years ago when I was literally on food stamps, broke as hell. I had no clue that you could make a dime doing social media. I genuinely started it for the love of it.
Well, clearly something's changed because you don't do those videos anymore. You only do sponsored shopping videos. That's what you do now. And my suspicion is because they're objectively a lot easier than having to put together, a makeup tutorial, film that, get your ring lights out, make cuts, come up with a whole idea for like, okay, I'm going to do this makeup tutorial and like do around this theme. And like, here's how you put these two colors together. Here's how I teach you to do this. It's not as easy as like, hey, I'm going to film a shopping haul where I went today and film it real quick. And I don't have a whole lot of editing to do and blah, blah. And then what's really easy is just getting a script and then getting a check from a brand who tells you exactly what to say and what to do.
Beauty, I loved talking beauty. I loved recommendations. I loved teaching beauty. I just loved the community with other women. Like I worked at MAC Cosmetics at the time and I freaking loved my job. I loved it. I still have dreams that I work at MAC. Like I loved it. I love just like talking about beauty products with other people. I love it. Anyways, with that being said, like the only reason I'm still here is because of you guys, because of the community. If you're not enjoying what you're seeing, I 100% want to know. I want to shift gears.
I think this is one of those situations where actions speak a lot louder than words. And, there's so many times I've seen just with so many different YouTubers, Jaclyn Hill is not the only one that's done this, where people have been like, look, we want to see this. And they'll explicitly state it, like, this is what we want to see. And they'll also tell you, hey, this is what we don't want to see. And they're like, all right, I'm going to start doing that. And then they never do. This is one of the things that I have to say about Jaclyn Hill. Okay, and this is just a very important point to make, in my opinion. Jaclyn Hill, in my opinion, has never changed. And look, there's not enough time in the day to go over all of the past dramas and controversies she's been a part of, but just know there has been so many failed businesses, failed product launches, failed product recommendations that turned out to be complete crap, controversies with almost every single launch, it felt like there's been so many mistakes. And I don't think that people in general really care or linger on mistakes that often, so long as you stop making them. Okay, it's one thing to like make a mistake, it's another thing to keep making the same mistake. When she closed down all of her businesses, it was a chance for her to start over. Okay, and she was saying this exact thing when she closed down Jaclyn Cosmetics and she closed down her cozy brand of like blankets and things like that. Okay, she was like, guys, this is my opportunity to just get back into doing what I love to do, making makeup tutorials. I don't have to worry about these brands. I'm gonna have more time to like focus on my content, making content that you guys want to see. Did she do that? No.
I also just want to say, because it's something that I've wanted to say, just like loud and proud with my chest, is that I feel like my social media is just, it almost looks like one big brand deal. And it's like, I feel like I'm just always pushing product in your face and I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of it. I'm so over it. Like I can't stand, I feel like a salesman and it's just not me, and it feels icky. Even though I love these products, it's just too much. And honestly, you guys, I have missed connecting with you so much. I just want to get back to creating content and having a friendship here and having fun with you guys. Something that has nothing to do with pushing my brands.
She had a chance to start over. Okay, she did the right thing by closing those businesses down. And then she went right back to shilling. But she was just shilling for other brands. She went right back to the things that she was doing before. So yeah, I'm not falling for this again. Actions speak a lot louder than words. If she actually goes on to stop doing all the luxury content, then I'm wrong. I've seen this film before.
100%. So my ears are open. I would love to hear what you guys want to see from me specifically. That's the only point in this for me. Like I just want to have fun with you guys and that's it. So like, please let me, it looks like I have a mullet right now. Let me and my mullet know what it is that you want to see from us, because that's all that really matters. You know what I mean?
Okay, so let's see what people had to say, because I just want this to be on the record. People have told her what they want to see. I want to see the opposite of Avery Woods type of content. Okay, you guys, if you watch this channel, you know Avery Woods. I'm not a fan. She does a lot of the luxury lifestyle content as well, and people are just like, no. Not Jaclyn Hill, totally missing the point again. People are starving, can't pay their bills, watching luxury is depressing when you can't eat. Makeup tutorials, I want to be educated, not influenced. You aren't relatable, sweetie. I love you, I'm an OG follower and will continue to follow you, but we're tired out here trying to pay our bills while the influencers live in these lavish homes. It's just not relatable anymore. People are giving her very specific guidelines of like, this is what we don't want to see anymore. And this is the general sentiment of, I would say, most people. Real content without links and ads. Less consumerism. Please listen to your comments. Unsponsored makeup tutorials. Help people find joy through makeup in a way that's more accessible. I feel like when the Hunger Games came out, I didn't realize how relevant and prolific it would be years down the road. I mean, truly, it's very prophetic. Let's say that. We've all been begging for makeup tutorials from you for years. No more product links and home decor videos. The financial gap between influencers and the rest of us is way bigger than it was in 2014 when I discovered beauty YouTube. We went through a couple fun eras since, but most of us are just worried about paying our bills now. More how-tos, less show and tell. Yes, you're listening, but not understanding. Blaming the app, huh? Yeah. So I just have to point this out because I just found it to be very interesting because, you know, with Jaclyn Hill, I've learned to just always take everything she says with a grain of salt. That's just my personal opinion. I've just been burned too many times. Let's put it that way. Okay. I look at her content, right? And she's got 1.2 million followers on TikTok. None of her videos are actually performing badly at all. All of her videos are doing well. And it's not even like a retrospective, like people saw that video and then they started looking into her account. Like all of her videos have high views. I don't even know what she's talking about. Okay, and it kind of makes me think, like, is she just doing this to stir up controversy? It's a conspiracy, but is that what's going on here? Because these videos, 1 million views, 2.1 million views, 1 million, 2.3, they're all doing well. What did she even make that original video for? Was it just to, like, play everybody and, like, get everybody talking about her again? Who knows? But as you scroll through these, by the way, a lot of these videos are just, like, look at even the thumbnails of them. It's just her showcasing products. Okay, it's all about products to buy. It's sponsored posts that she's been paid to make by brands, or it's just her like showing consumerism. And that's exactly what people don't want to see.
I just feel like I'm talking to myself. I'm like, where is my audience?
Let's just take a look at some of her videos to see why she may not be connecting with her followers. I mean, who doesn't have this kind of setup with a 20-person table, a personalized sock basket, and customized wine collection?
She just put this out for Thanksgiving. It was like a Friendsgiving get-together in her mansion. It was probably one of the most wild things I've seen. Like, I just don't know how she thought that was going to go over well. It was beyond excessive.
But she does make an effort to engage with her followers at times like this, where she's trying to decide between two $2,000 handbags that she couldn't pick in the store, so she just bought both.
This is the person that just wants to make video for her girls. This is like not relatable. It's actually annoying. Like the only time that you're engaging, he's making a good point here. The only time she's engaging is when she's asking people, what should I buy?
Or like this, where she said her friend didn't pick up her FaceTime call, so she'll just have to settle for her followers and show them her designer shoe collection. Then she makes videos like this, standing in front of an $800 tree wearing a $135 sweatshirt, saying she's disappointed that she's only getting 30,000 views.
That's an $800 tree. Where's the rest of the tree? It's sparse, to put it plainly. You guys, this is what I mean when there's nothing to even engage with. There's nothing to latch on to. It's just infuriating. It feels like rage bait in a way. It's brain rot content. Hey guys, my friend didn't pick up, so I guess I'll have to settle for you guys. What? You're even admitting out loud that your audience is an afterthought.
And her followers definitely let her know how out of touch she is being.
I'm gonna open up my new designer bag and then you guys are gonna tell me if I should keep it or not.
You know, one thing I see a lot is people go like, you're jealous. Okay, you're jealous. You wish you could be like this. Why can't we let other people shine? No. This content doesn't make people feel good. All of her content, you leave it feeling worse. You leave it feeling like you lack something. I have to go buy this thing. I need to buy this in order to get this. I don't have this bag. I need to aspire for this bag. So it's not even worth our time to watch stupid stuff like this. This is why we all scroll. This is why this stuff is not recommended to us anymore. We are over it. It's out of touch. It's unrelatable. And it's everybody that does this. It's not just Jaclyn. It's everybody that does this. See, even this is a great visual representation of why people are done with influencers, because people used to connect with Jaclyn Hill about makeup. But now this is what her daily, weekly makeup situation looks like. 2 3-story towers of makeup filled to the brim. Who's using this much makeup? It's too much. It's actually stressful. This is not aspirational.
It's giving out of touch. It's giving unrelatable. It's giving, in this economy, some people can't even afford groceries, Jaclyn. You're posting shoe hauls. I bought this really expensive purse that's worth more than someone's salary for half a year.
My name is Jaclyn and I am a Stanley-aholic. I fear I blacked out. Let's do a shoe haul. We are finally going to clean out my sneaker collection. Like, I'm done. I'm back, you guys. I'm standing in front of my beverage fridge, so you know what time it is. We've got to restock this entire thing. Yes, I'm in my pajamas. Once again, I have no makeup on. On a real note, I just feel like so much heavy stuff is going on behind the cameras in my life. Try caviar on McDonald's chicken nuggets. I saw Avery do this.
I mean, truly, this is the kind of gluttony that we see in the Bible. You ask your followers why you're not connecting with them anymore, why that you as someone who has millions of followers can't reach 30K views on a video. It's because District 12 is tired of watching District 1 spend their entire year's salary in one day and then hop on the internet and complain about it.
I do think that it reads so tone deaf because it's like you already have so much. And I think that it's reasonably implied that if you're not getting as many views, you're not making as much money. It feels like that's what you're complaining about. You know, like, and maybe that's not what you're complaining about, but it's like, how could you possibly want more? I think that that's kind of where people have landed is like, you're so greedy. You're all so greedy. Like, that's what I said about Becca Blue. I'm like, hey, don't you have enough? Do you not have enough? You need the attention of everybody else. You need our precious time and like buying things on your product links. No, the greed needs to stop. Jaclyn Hill asked the question, where did my audience go? Where's my audience? They're here. They're online, but you've priced them out with your luxury hauls, your out of touch shopping sprees, luxury bag collections. People can't relate and they can't keep up.
Dude, Jaclyn Hill posted this video that's like, I don't understand, guys. I feel like nobody engages with my content on this app anymore. Like, I just don't understand. I took 2 weeks off because I was burnt out and like nobody, whatever. And then people are commenting and being like, yeah, I just don't really connect with you anymore because I work 40 hours a week and can barely pay my bills, and you live in LA in a multi-million-dollar home and post just your extravagant lifestyle all the time and promote consumerism, and it's just really not for me. And then she responds and she's like, I do giveaways. Okay. Like,
the giveaways thing.
That doesn't mean that people still want to sit through just what, like, I get it. I'm so tired of that content. It's all the same and it's so boring. But it's just so funny that people are telling her exactly why, and then she's like, that's not what I'm talking about. That's not it. You guys just don't get it.
No one wants to sit there and watch your whole fucking collection of Balenciaga shoes that goes untouched. Organized hoarding. I swear, it's like these influencers do not fucking read articles about what's going on. They don't fucking read a book. Like, y'all are fucking weird. Get out of your fucking bubble. Go into actual society and see how people are living.
You know, this is my opinion, okay? And this is my take. You have to really listen to what people are saying. People are saying, you know, I've got a lot going on. I'm struggling to put food on the table. I'm struggling to pay my bills. I'm worried about the things that are going on in the world. That's what they're saying, right? But what also they're saying in relation to her content is your content is not helping that. It's actually hurting me. It makes me feel bad. And that to me, you know, Jaclyn Hill doesn't have to solve the world problems. Certainly not. But I do think that her content is not helping people. It's not good that your audience is saying, hey, when you do this, I don't feel good. It makes me feel bad about myself and my situation. Okay? That's what a lot of the comments are saying. And I don't think that that's just something where it's like, oh, that's their problem.
She does not fucking care, and y'all should have known when she fucking lied about lipstick gate. So unfollow, block.
I think the real issue with Jaclyn Hill is that she can't comprehend not being the it girl anymore. I think that Jaclyn Hill is mentally stuck in 2010.
I think she's onto something here. And, you know, this is just coming from someone who used to make a similar type of content. And I used to be a major viewer of this type of content. It's just not good for really any of us. And this type of stuff should have probably been left in 2016 because it's not productive. Okay. It doesn't push us forward. And I think, in my opinion, this type of like shilling sellout behavior is really what has led to the dissolution of the beauty space. Unfortunately, we don't really see a whole lot of creative videos anymore. We don't see a whole lot of artistry anymore because it's not what's popular. It's easier to just sell things than to make a tutorial and make like a really good informative video about the ins and outs of the makeup world. It's just unfortunate. I think a lot of it is ego death as well. Like, you know, at some point you have to look in the mirror and be like, look, people don't want to watch this because it's boring. And I'm going to have to change myself. I'm going to have to adapt and change and create stuff that's entertaining entertaining and inspiring and original, even if it means I have to work harder, even if it means I have to make a little bit less money. That's just my opinion. But unfortunately, a lot of these people don't want to do that.
I have a very unpopular opinion right now of somebody who the internet is utterly destroying, and that is, I kind of feel bad for Jaclyn Hill right now. I know everybody's like, oh, she's complaining about views, and she's complaining nobody sees her content, and blah, 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 but now she's become unrelatable, so, like, no one wants to watch it. And, like, that's fine. I get that. Like, I can only totally understand, you know, you don't want to watch her stuff because she's, you know, has so many Stanleys or all these expensive bags and doing designer hauls and whatever, but I am a very small creator on this app, like, nowhere near as big as her. And I receive a lot of hate in the DMs, on the comments in the videos, and even like mostly in my live streams. So I can't even imagine how it feels for her. She opens the app and she just sees like 20 hate videos every time she scrolls, because that's what I'm seeing, and I know you guys are too.
This is all because of Jaclyn Hill and her own actions, okay? All of these videos that I've seen, these commentary videos, of which I've seen virtually all of them, it all centers around the content that Jaclyn Hill herself put out. Okay, this is the persona that she's decided to create for herself, and these are the types of videos that she's decided to produce. She put the tone deaf video out, okay? Nobody else. And to say that these videos are like hateful, I don't know that I agree with that.
The other thing is like, she's successful. She built herself up. She has a following. She has a lot of money now, whatever. Like, let's not act like we all wouldn't buy nicer things. And maybe some of us, you want to comment and be like, I would just get the same stuff, and I wouldn't, you know, give into consumerism and blah, blah. But you know what? You don't know that for sure until it happens to you.
Maybe I'm going too far. It's kind of almost offensive at like how much these people change. Like, can I say that? There's something very dark and disturbing, okay, to me, that these people like change every element of their lives, and it's actually unrecognizable. As a lot of the comments were saying in the beginning, it feels like you're on another planet, okay? You don't live in the same world as the rest of these people. You're out of touch, okay? By saying not down to earth, it means you're somewhere very far away. And I think that it is sort of odd that their lives that they used to live, like their normal lives that actually resembled all of ours, you know, most everyday people, their lives look nothing like that. And they got a taste of money and they changed everything. I don't want to be part of this conversation where it's like, come on guys, like be honest. Like if this was you, you would probably do it too. No, I wouldn't. There is a certain freedom in not letting your life be dictated and consumed by consumerism and by logos and brand names, and not feeling like they dominate and they rule your world. You're constantly trying to impress other people. So no, I don't feel bad for her. I don't find any part of this relatable. I find it to be actually quite strange.
I'm sure if I started making a load of money, I'll be buying in excess a little bit, you know, not anything crazy, but like I feel like I would be. So I just feel like we are hating on this girl.
I just wouldn't be running defense for Jaclyn Hill. Look, fool me once. Okay. Fool me twice, not gonna happen. I'm not falling for this Jaclyn Hill thing again. I was there for Lipstick Gate. I was there for the Morphe palette. I was there for the vaults. I've been there. I am not falling for it again. This is someone who's had about 1 million chances, okay, to be clear. We can't pretend like this is not self-inflicted anymore. We all gotta get on the same page and be like, look, these people do not have our best interest, because giving the people what they want, non-sponsored, non-affiliated, no ads, non-paid posts, authenticity doesn't pay the bills. Yeah, exactly. She will never go back to relatable, make up authentic content because it isn't what brings her money. It is the sponsored posts and affiliates that are paying her bills. She asks time and time again. Exactly. That is exactly the problem right now. I don't think it's ever going back. That's why it's like, don't hold your breath, girl, for the makeup tutorials. Do not hold your breath. Go find somebody else who's actually going to provide that has some morals and integrity. You know, as I kind of stated earlier on in this video, it's not just Jaclyn Hill. She is just basically like what we're talking about today, and she is what sparked this conversation. But people have influencer fatigue. They're done. Okay, they can't watch one more ad. They cannot stomach one more luxury haul. They don't want to watch Michaela Noguera 300 pairs of jeans get folded and organized in her closet by professional organizers. Okay, they don't. They're done.
She was at a store. She had it professionally organized. Someone came in to organize her 300 pair of pants. This is not relatable anymore.
This content doesn't feel good, okay? Number one, people are tired. Number two, it doesn't feel good to watch it. It's not inspiring. It's not, no. People want to see inspiring. They want to see original. They want to see thought-provoking. None of this crap is any of those things. Just watch my fave influencer casually pick up some diamonds from her local jeweler on the way home while I put the second carton of strawberries back at Costco today. How is the cost of living hitting some of us so different? I fear the Jaclyn Hill mega influencers are just choosing to not understand us on purpose. It's not hard to grasp. Your engagement isn't down because you don't post every day of the week, so TikTok is punishing you. We're skipping your content because the way you spend your money is so distasteful in this current economy. We're sick of the Amazon links. We're sick of the designer hauls. We're sick of brands giving rich influencers all expenses paid vacations and free products. It's not fun to watch anymore. I also don't think it's a jealousy thing. It's more of an ick because I know there are people who can't afford groceries and you're showing us a designer haul that costs more than someone's income for the year. This is my point exactly. What's become abundantly clear is that influencer fatigue is at an all-time high. The era of the influencer, the overconsumption, the nonstop consumerism, the nonstop wealth flaunting, it's over. It's done. It has to stop, actually, if these people want to stay afloat. They have to pivot. They have to adapt. If your content is primarily created as a vehicle to sell more products, don't be surprised that nobody's watching because people are no longer interested in it. It's not relatable, it's not accessible, and it's not interesting. The people that will probably and most likely succeed are those who are thinking outside the box. They're creating original, unique, inspiring content that's not lazy. It's helpful. It's informative. It adds value to people's lives. That's what people want to see. Objectively, it just is what it is. So yeah, those are basically my thoughts on the topic. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say down below. And as usual, guys, if you like this type of video, if you like topics like this, plenty more on the way coming for you. So make sure you're subscribed, make sure you like this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.